What's up, Metaverse gamers? Welcome back to our channel. We are featuring Beyond Wave 3, Illuvium Beyond, a new era of collectability and gameplay. Illuvium Beyond is a unique digital collectible card experience that allows you to acquire and trade Illuvitars. They're customizable Illuvitars representing various Illuvials from the Illuvium universe. Each Illuvitar comes with a distinct attribute, background, and accessory, giving the collectors near infinite ways to express their style and compete for leaderboard dominance. Wave 3, we have new and exciting arrays of updates ensuring both newcomers and seasoned players have something to look forward to. New Illuvitars, they're exclusive high-tier Illuvitars featuring never-before-seen expressions, backgrounds, and rare traits. Boom, there's a good example of one of our rare blazing holo Emberlinks. That's a nice first pull. Unfortunately, it's not an alpha. We have enhanced customization, so expanded accessory slots, allowing for even more unique personalized Illuvitar compositions. There are new leaderboard challenges, so fresh competitive events rewarding the top collectors and most innovative avatar designs. There's dynamic trading markets, improved integrations with the Illuvidex, enabling seamless buying, selling, swapping of Illuvitars with greater market analysis. Deeper game integration, so Illuvitars now impact broader gameplay aspects, offering strategic advantages in future expansions. There are some really unique promo drops in this actually, which you'll see a little bit later on in this video. Right now we're just burning through the discs that we bought from Wave 3. Wave 3 is now closed, by the way. This officially closed a few weeks ago, and we're just showing you what we managed to acquire. Oh, that's a good pull. That's a great pull. Double holo, let's go. We're just showing you what we pulled throughout our entire disc purchasing operation, and we wanted to walk you through some of the aspects that we were talking about just then. These are your stretch goals. So your stretch goals can acquire you some drone blasts in arena. They can get you stickers for potentially playing in competitive versions of arena like Gauntlet. You can even get some aspects which will allow skins to be played in Overworld, the battle boards. There is so much more you can collect now with these Illuvium Beyond integrations. You have ETH L2 scalability, so instant transactions that you can see with no gas fees, ensuring seamless experience for trading and interacting with your in-game assets on Immutable X. We're unsure whether they're going to actually take this off Immutable X right now, but it's possible, totally possible. You have a true asset ownership, so every Illuvitar skin and accessory is stored on-chain as an NFT, as you can see here, granting any player like the full ownership and the ability to trade your assets freely. Beyond collectibles, which you're seeing now, they offer immersive battle mechanics, strategy, team composition, etc. There's no significant weighting on these particular assets. So as you can see, these are our stretch goals visualized. But any asset you do collect will be purely aesthetic. It's very rare, in fact, that you're going to be able to acquire anything that's going to give you a strategic advantage in game. It's more for like a rare collectible, unique assets than an extra damage quantity for your particular battle. Go on, what are we going to get here? These are some really good pulls. This is a fantastic holo run. Fantastic holo run. So the conclusion of Wave 3, Beyond represents another leap forward in blockchain gaming. It offers enhanced customization, deeper gameplay integration, really good economic opportunities. These are some of the rewards you get for opening a certain quantity of discs, and some are extremely rare and have a massive amount of power slots. The greater the power, the higher up the leaderboard you can climb. And if this isn't your first video, and you know all these aspects, then I suppose this isn't for you. This is for anyone that has only just started to look and integrate themselves into Web3, looking into Illuvium, some Metaverse gaming aspects, and that this would be one that I'd highly recommend. There's a lot of transition going on with Illuvium. They've not been struggling with Overworld, but they haven't been producing a fantastic game experience, which means their loot box has kind of died. The users have gone, and since rewards have stopped being paid out, you're really struggling to kind of capture a greater audience. There's good things coming though. Beyond's still operating as you'd expect, and there's an overhaul coming for Overworld. There's automated drone runs, which means you don't actually have to jump in game. You can just click a button and acquire a load of these active creatures to go and battle within arena. However, if you like jumping in Overworld, then that's still going to be an option. There's going to be some more exciting aspects to Overworld. There's potentially going to be PvP, maybe some NPCs are going to get boosted. Loads to look at. Really interesting updates coming for this particular game. I primarily, if you're a newbie coming into this and you're like, well, I've missed out on the first 3 waves, then it's not really for me. There are 2 leaderboards. There's a standardized leaderboard for waves 1 to 3 and on, and then there's individual leaderboard waves. So wave 1, wave 2, and wave 3 all have these individual leaderboards, and the future waves, I imagine, will have that as well. So for anyone coming in, we recommend you only buy holos. It is a bit more expensive. Your bank account will hurt. But these are where the real points are at. And if you can leave them blanks to keep the rarity, then do. The best time to pick these kinds of things up is about now, because obviously minting stopped, but everyone who wants to acquire these assets has acquired them. And any newcomers, again, it's a trickling. So it's not like an absolute wave of people coming in and buying up all these assets. So you can get them pretty cheap, really reasonable, and there's a lot of people willing to discount if you go on their Discord and negotiate with them. But holos is where it's at, and mid-range to low-range holos. There's a lot of tier zeros as well. So the way it works is that it goes from tier 0, really common stuff. You'll find them in both mega discs and alpha discs and common discs. So what we're loading up at the moment is assets pulled from both those alpha and common discs. But you can get tier 0s in both, or in all 3. But the tier 1s to tier 3s, they're what you're seeing on the board at the moment. And we'll give you an example. We'll load up a standard disc now. Let our drone absorb it, and we will see what we get. Okay, so no tier 0s in that, but some really nice. So you see the little 3 buttons, 1, 2, and 3s, right below. They're glowing or not glowing. It will tell you the tier of the assets, so tier 1 to tier 3. And then there's stages 0 to 5, sorry. So load it up. You hover over it, it tells you the rarities. Yeah, and they're tier 3s. Okay, this is an alpha disc. Alpha discs are discs that are left on launch for only a small period of time, making them a lot rarer and a lot more unique. And I think it's only like 24 to 48 hours that they released these particular alpha discs for this wave, which meant that once they were bought, they were all bought. Oh no, there was a window as well. So there's a little A in the bottom right-hand corner of the actual PFPs, and they demonstrate that they're alpha. So holo alphas are extremely rare in all waves, to be perfectly honest. The items that you can see that we're also pulling, not just the PFPs, they are for bonding and increasing the power of your particular Illuvitars. Highly recommended if you've got duplicates or if you've got something which isn't really valuable to you and you're just trying to look to buff up your leaderboard stats, then connect and bond these items. They are there for that exact reason. You can sell them on the marketplace, but unless you get something extremely rare, like a stage 5, keep getting mixed up. If you get a tier 3 stage 5 item, you're looking at probably 1 to 2 ETH. We've yet to pull one actually in 3 waves. We've never pulled a single stage 5 tier 3 item. It's one of the 2. Tier 3 stage 5, I don't know. Okay, so some pretty basic ones there, all low stages, all really low percentages. We'll load up an alpha, see what this does for us. Yep. Nice, really good background. Some of the backgrounds get extremely rare as well, so something to keep an eye on. If you're not sure which ones are rare, then again, just ask the community in the Discord channel, or do a deep dive, like go into Beyond and just check them out on the actual marketplace, segment them through filters, and you'll be able to clearly see which ones are considered quite rare and which ones aren't. And that will normally affect the price in dollar value. And this doesn't look very good. However, flow is solid. That is a solid one to have. And what you do at the end of all of this isn't just a tear and go. You actually sleeve these. In the long run, they all accumulate to your leaderable points. So in a minute, we'll go to the album and we'll do some sleeving and fill in some grey spots of Illuvitars that we didn't previously have, because Wave 3 being a brand new wave brings brand new creatures. It's okay. These percentages of increase, ideally you want to look for anything over 10%. 10%'s pretty decent. And with items, it doesn't matter whether you pull them in an alpha disc or a standard disc or a mega disc. Like, ultimately, they just are items. There's no alpha to them. Then drum roll. Okay, see, that's really good. Not phenomenal, but like, it's a holo alpha. I'm really happy with that. And again, I think they double the points. So if it's a holo card, then original stats are doubled. And then anything you add on or tack onto that is standard as a percentage. Another holo, let's go. That's fine. We've got like 6-7 holos out of these this batch that we managed to acquire. That's pretty good going. Okay, let's go to sleeving them. So once you've made a wallet and an account and you've purchased your discs and you open them, had that fun experience, you now need to sleeve them. And they should allow you to auto-populate, as you can probably see. In album, it says you've got a certain quantity that you can just auto-sleeve, but we'll show you how to do this individually. You may have duplicates, and sometimes the auto-sleeving doesn't pick the strongest Illuvitar that you're looking for, and they are the ones that you want. You want the strongest ones within your album, otherwise, yeah, you're going to struggle to get decent leadable points. Unless you may have bonded one and not like the look of it, or you've rebonded a different version. I want to swap them out, but realistically, you want the strongest ones in all of these. So let's go into wave 3. And again, autofill is really useful, but there's quite a lot there. We'll just show you which one we can use. There's the selections of the ones that we've pulled throughout our discs. And there it goes. Your points will increase. And like I said, if you've got a spare, I don't know, $100, you can make pretty good headway through these points and through these collections. And in fact, because of sentiment in the general market at the moment, a lot of these are going cheap. Like, you could probably spend $1,000 and have a very, very solid album. It just shows you there all the... They're not duff either. Like, they're perfectly fine if they're not holo, but it shows you the ratio to holo to non. And you normally pull, for every 4 cards you get, there's a holo in there. And obviously the rarer these cards get, the more difficult they are to acquire in holo form. If you want to get more discs, you literally just go to purchase discs. I know that the disc purchasing operation has closed now, but in the next wave, there will always be a 3 to 4 month period where you can acquire these batches of NFTs. And then what you see in front of you mostly are tier 0s. But if you want to go and buy some decent rare Illuvitars, then go into buy now, click your holo, let it filter for you. Make sure you pick the correct wave, because obviously all the waves are going to be on there. Once you've loaded, set and go. And if you've got duplicates that you saw there, I'm going to bond that one. Same here, I'm probably going to bond this one. Or it's an alpha, so maybe not. It's tough. Once it's bonded, it is impossible to return to its original state. You've basically minted a brand new NFT, and there's no way of eradicating these attachments. So once you've done it, make sure you are 100% on that bonding process. But as you can see here, really cheap, affordable. I know that tier 3s are relatively common, as you probably saw from our disc pools, but look, it's well worth doing. Same again, though. It's also worth noting that these in no way affect your arena Illuvials. Like if you've captured Cling in Overworld, or if you've also run Cling in Overworld, this doesn't have any impact on them whatsoever. What it does do is allow you to get a Cling sticker or a Cling drone blast or something like that, and you can use that in arena. This is purely a collectible version of the animated version of the games. And yeah, you can buy this up and whip all your attachments on it. Just getting a few Olos. But guys, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to see you in the next one, and enjoy just going through sleeving these wonderful PFPs with me. Come and get stuck in. Come and play with the leaderboard. Get involved with the Illuvium ecosystem. It's a growing, thriving space. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Peace.